gone.
Yeah. Back up in this once again. Know what I'm saying? Got the new little old headset on deck, man. So we about to see how this work out. Having a little bit of technical difficulties or whatever, but it's all good. Let me get my other device, man, so I can see the chat. Shit.
MZ in the building. Salute, bro. What's happening? Yeah, I'm back here trying to get this shit together. This shit running slow as heck. Hope it just didn't turn off.
I'm
D-
still up in. I'm up in there. I see D-Lo up in the building.
oh,
Pecos
yes.
Bill that stopped by. Talking about getting ready for work, waiting on family to open up the gym. What's going down, OG?
Salute. D-Lo, salute, bro. What's happening?
Salute. What's going down, man? Had a decent little old weekend of fights with the Super Matias fight on Showtime. And also the goddamn Jake Paul fight, man, with Tommy Fury. I thought that was a pretty interesting fight, intriguing fight. The fight kept me locked in the whole time. I was interested in the outcome and I was interested in the action and shit, man. So got some takes on that. Got to talk a little bit of shit about the Chow Ross standings. Uh, fights coming up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit, man.
I think it's like 13 on the card.
Huh?
13 fights on the card.
Yeah, we got 13. This motherfucker Gil Cole's come in talking shit, talking about the champ is here. Because he got first place this week.
Yeah, shout out to Gil Cole
Yeah, he
taking that
did his
first
thing.
place, man.
He did his thing, man. I could have been in the mix with him, but I changed my pick to damn Jake Paul at the last minute. Got scared, got cold feet, and decided to ride with the money. I
I
had hit
picked
up.
Fury. I
What'd
mean,
you
yeah,
say?
I picked Fury.
Yeah, I picked this motherfucker Jake Paul, man. I had Fury by decision at first. And then I hit up Chan Ross at the last minute and changed my pick. He was laughing and shit too. Gil Cole say salute to you, bro. Just back up in here about to talk shit about this boxing. You know what I'm saying? Did you watch the Jake Paul fight, bro?
Yeah, I watched it.
What you thought about that shit?
I thought Fury did a good job. He couldn't avoid that motherfucking what was that right hand, that overhand right, whatever that was, ugly ass punt. But he took it well though. And he came back with something every time. I think that was the key right there. He always came back with something, and he was able to land combination, and he stuck with the jab the whole time. Um, I just thought that he was just a more experienced boxer up in there. What
Yeah,
about you?
yeah. Yeah, I thought he went out there and whooped the shit out of Jake Paul. And like he came out and got the first two rounds. I thought Jake Paul did pretty good in the third round. But then in between rounds, they went to Logan Paul. Logan Paul in the crowd. And they give him the microphone. And Logan Paul jump on talking about, man, fuck Tommy Fury and fuck the whole Fury family. And after that, Tommy Fury came out there and put hands and feet on Jake Paul for that shit. I swear that motherfucker turned it up a level in that fourth round, came out putting hands on that boy. And I could tell that he had got pissed off by what Logan Paul said. But yeah, Tommy Fury, he did his thing, went out there and boxed his ass up like we should have expected, like everybody should have expected. That's really what I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? I just decided, like, damn, do I want to ride with the money? Because, like, think about this. Have we ever had a fight where we had to go against the guy that was promoting the motherfucking fight? That's just like if Don King was having a fight and he promoting the event, you got to pick against Don King. Right, man. Hey, Jake Paul promoted this fight. So I'm just like, damn, am I really supposed to pick against the man that's promoting this shit? And as y'all can see, he got one of the cards. It was a split decision. It was one card that had it 95 to 94 for Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? But this is another thing too. Like Jake Paul, this was his first time fighting against a real boxer and shit. I think that he was kind of foolish by having his biggest test abroad like that. Like all of his fights have taken place at home in the United States. He decides to have his biggest test going on the fucking road and fighting in the Middle East. And I say that because I thought Tommy Fury did an outstanding job, But in my opinion, I have seen Jake Paul look better, especially like when I see him in the gym and shit. I think he do a better job. But that can be expected when you having your first fight outside your country. It ain't like Jake Paul got a deep amateur background where he been going on the road and he been winning a bunch of amateur fights in different countries. This man just got a few fights right here in the United States, and he decided to have his biggest fight in the Middle East. I think that was a major mistake. And if I had something to do with the fight, like if I was moving his career or some kind of shit, guiding his career, ain't no way I would have let him take the biggest fight of his life over there in the damn Middle East. I thought that was dumb. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my boy Chan Ross in the building. What's going down? So what's up, fellas? Dilo said I thought it was no pick changing this season, Trey. Yeah, you right about that shit, man. But you know what? Like this is the type of fight that would make me change my pick. Cause I'm not an expert in no fucking spectacle type fights. You know what I'm saying? I think I do a better job picking real boxing matches. And this is like some a YouTuber type of fight and shit, man. It was just kind of hard for me to solidify how I felt about the position that I wanted to take. I just felt funny going against the guy that's promoting the goddamn card. John Ross said top dog this week, Gil Cole. Yeah, that motherfucker needed it. His season needed a shot in the arm, goddamn me. What place you in overall, Gil? Sean Ross said, I learned my lesson that last week. No more sideshow fights, fella. Yeah, appreciate that shit, man. Yeah, that is the fight that threw me off. But I also messed up in that Jamal James fight. You know, Jamal James, he was going against Alberto Palmetta. And Palmetta actually had the deeper amateur background, and that's why I picked him. But the thing is, he already got stopped by a scrub before. Palmetta got stopped by a man that got like 8 losses. So I always remember that, man. Like if you look at a fight and you look at the amateur background, if they take a loss to a scrub, that counts as after the amateur background. It don't even count no more. Once you get stopped by a scrub or you get beat by a scrub, your amateur background don't even count. Salute to Winston Lee, man. What's going down with you?
Winston Lee, salute, bro. Chan Ross, salute. Hey, Gil Cole said he's in the strong 23rd.
Strong 23rd. I can't talk shit because I'm in 19. If I wouldn't have changed my Tyson Fury pick, I'd be in 13 right now, getting ready to crack the top 10. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, though. We getting into the second half of the season, so I'm going to have to put it together and come back with something. Hey, y'all let me know how I sound, too, man, with my audio, because I'm over here on the new headset and shit right now. So y'all let me know how I sound. This one a little bit more comfortable. It ain't quite as big, like bulky and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we also had that Super Matias fight. Did you catch the Matias fight, bro?
No, I get the chance to see that one.
Yeah, that was a good fight, man. That him and Ponce fought. You know, Matias is that dude that killed Dadashev, that real strong fighter. He had them 2 fights against that Peto Ananyan or some shit like that. That real tough guy. He beat Matias the first time, and then Matias came back and beat him in the rematch. Very strong fighter, got a lot of power. Okay amateur background, 80 and 20. I think he come from Costa Rica or some shit like that. I don't really, I can't remember where he come from. But he a very tough fighter. He throw a bunch of punches, accurate, and he got 100% knockout percentage. He getting these guys out of there. You know what I'm saying? But the guy that he fought, Ponce, he came and jumped on him. I think he come from Argentina, and the Argentina fighters been coming tough lately, man. They've been shocking people with upsets and all kind of stuff. And Ponce jumped on Matias, and I think that was a good thing to do because I always say you want to back up the lion. You don't want to just get out there and box and move and stay away from the lion. You want to back the lion up and let the judges know that you came to win. So Ponce jumped all on Matias, you know what I'm saying? And it was a hell of a fight, but I think he stayed there too long. You got to know how to change gears. He ain't never changed gears. And then he let Matias start catching him, hurt him a few times. I think he dropped him, and then he got stopped in the corner by his dad. His dad stopped the fight. But it was a real good fight, though, action fight. Chan Ross said, yeah,
That's
I
what
picked.
motherfucker want to see right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was down show, a good fight. If I would have had my audio and shit together, that would have been a good one to call. You know what I'm saying? And plus, that motherfucker wasn't but like 6 rounds. That wasn't gonna kill me. I could have went hard on that bitch. Sean Ross said, "Yeah, I picked Palmetto. Also, he been active through the pandemic fighting, but that didn't help much." Yeah, that's true. Also, that's another big reason why I picked Palmetto because he been active, and we got this guy coming off a layoff. But you know what I have noticed though, fighters that's coming off of knockout losses when they experience a layoff, they seem to be reacting to the layoffs a little bit differently than what we be anticipating. I remember Frank Martin had a fight. Who did that guy fight? The fight that Frank Martin had before his last fight. That tall guy. He real strong. He got a strong punch. I can't think of his name. But this guy was coming off a layoff also. And when he fought against Frank Martin, people thought he was going to be destroyed. And he was also coming off a knockout loss. He ended up going like 10 rounds with Frank Martin before he got stopped. So it seemed like the layoffs affect people coming off knockout losses a little bit different. Gil Cole said, "My IDO 100, man, I ain't seen that in a long time. Damn sure feel glad to hear it. Well, shit, I'm back in business then. You know what I'm saying?" D-Lo said he from Puerto Rico. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I thought I might have been wrong, though, when I was thinking. I thought I might have had it mixed up with somebody else. Appreciate that. My boy Pecos Bill said, "What's going on? What's going down with you, OG? We gonna check Champ Raw standings and all that kind of shit in a minute, man. You know we got to keep the book straight." I'm just mad at myself because I cost myself being tied with first place with Gil Coles last week, man. Changing that pick at the last minute. I might have to just go ahead and tell Champ Ross just cut me off. Do not let me change no more picks, man. Once I make picks, they final. Can't come in there changing no more picks. Pecos Bill say sound like a new you today. I sound like a new me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I had to get this situation taken care of. I damn near want to jump online and order some more for backup just in case. You know what I'm saying? Since these seem to be working pretty good and shit. But yeah, man, what else we got going on? So we talked about the Matias fight this past week. We talked about Jake Paul fight. Uh, what we got coming up this weekend? I ain't even got a chance to break the fights down and shit, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
We
I
got
ain't been on my due diligence.
we got Brandon Figueroa on Showtime
Okay,
versus
that's a good one. We start with
Max.
that one. What you think about that fight, bro?
See, I think that's a good ass fight. I might have to rock with Maxio, man. I like Maxio. He bring that pressure, but both of these motherfuckers bring pressure, so this gonna be an action packed fight. Pretty much. Figueroa not the sharpest, most cleanest puncher in the world, but he damn sure active and tough as a motherfucker. I think that's gonna be a pretty good fight. I might have to roll with Maxio though. Probably by majority decision.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's my exact pick that I got from Sean Ross. I got Mark Massayo, majority decision. I won't be surprised if he loses and shit. Though. I mean, Figueroa tough as a motherfucker. He the favorite. He a pretty sizable favorite too. He like he better than a 3-1 favorite right now. If you take Mark Massayo, you getting like plus 250. I got us betting on the fight, but I don't trust Max Sayo enough for us to bet on him. So I just bet on the fight going the distance. Both of these dudes done showed me a lot of toughness in the ring, and they done showed me evidence against good fighters that they can go the distance. So I'm taking them to go the distance. But damn, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Max Sayo, he got the deeper amateur background and shit. He got 220 amateur fights. He was like 220 right on the dot. And Figueroa only got like 40 amateur fights. And y'all know me, man. It's going to be hard for me to take a man with 40 amateur fights over somebody with 220. And I have seen him in the ring with some decent fighters. Saw him in the ring against a pretty tough southpaw in that Hermosillo dude. And he tall, too, a tall southpaw. So, yeah, I think this guy, Max Sayo, got enough. He got a good trainer. He was Freddie Roach, if I ain't mistaken. So, yeah, I'm taking Mark Max Sayo, man. You know,
We locked in on that with Charles D. Salute, bro. What's happening?
salute. Oh,
Jose Santiago in the building. Salute.
salute.
What's happening?
Welcome to the gym. This your first time. He said Super Del Matias is from Puerto Rico. Yeah, my boy D-Lo had already tighten my game up on that. Appreciate it. Um,
Figueroa, Charles D said Figueroa gonna stop him.
yeah, I can't see that. I can see Figueroa winning, but I can't see him. I can't see him stopping him though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't already seen. See, I don't even want to say too much because I don't even want to give away all my secrets.
I think he's gonna
But
get.
I don't see no evidence that he gonna get stopped though.
We also got Jared Hurd versus Armando Residiez, or whatever his name, Resendez,
Yeah, he just like a comeback fight or something.
10 rounder. Resendez is 13-1 with 9 KO. Probably just a showcase, bring him back. And then you know who this dude is? Amakar Vidal,
Yeah, yeah.
Elias
Uh,
Garcia,
yeah, we done picked him on the channel Ross and shit.
and we got Terrell Gossett versus Brandon Lynch, Justin Loach versus Trayvon Marshall, and then Rico Gajukia versus Samuel Tia.
Yeah, it's like some okay fights. It ain't really like a lot of fights that's gonna move the needle. The main ones is gonna be this Thomas Patrick Ward. That's gonna be a good one in the UK. Lewis Ritson versus O'Hara Davis is gonna be a good one for the UK. Brandon Figueroa, Mark Maxayo. Emil Carr versus Elijah Garcia. That's a battle of undefeated and shit on Showtime. So that might be a good one. Yeah, those are the main ones. It ain't just no A+ star quality fights going on this week. Some okay shit though. Let me look in the chat a little bit. Pecos Bill said you ain't gotta bring up. What'd he say? He said you ain't gotta bring up the old Champ Ross standing. Some folks want to keep it on the wraps. Nah, man, you know we gotta keep it out, keep it 100, man. We gotta keep the book straight, OG. Sean Ross said, I think people sleeping on Figueroa Maxayo fight could be war on our hands. I think it's gonna be a very good fight. A
J1 Pro,
damn good fight.
bro.
J1 Pro Da Vinci, what's up with it? Charles D said, what's good? Salute to you. I see Jose Santiago. Charles D Figueroa stop him. I can't see it. Derek Bailey, salute to you, OG. He over there holding it down for the cone in the Chan Ross in the
Derek Bailey,
stands.
too, bro. What's happening?
Yeah, Derek Bailey in the mix like bacon, eggs, and grits. J1 Pro Da Vinci, salute to you. Sean Ross say, Trey, you down in the standings. You not giving away no secrets. Spill the beans. Hey, man, I could easily be in 13th place right now, about to crack the top 10 if I didn't change my pick last week. But yeah, go ahead and talk while you can. It ain't like I ain't never won a championship in this motherfucker. It ain't like I ain't get second place last week. And I was in 20th, I was in 20 something place not last week, but last season. And I was in 20 something place last season. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely am giving away some picks. And I'm profitable betting on boxing too. So yeah, I'm definitely giving away some secrets. Ain't no doubt about that. Hell, we won money last week too. Shit, we had Badu Jack plus 150, and my partner had plus 170. Charles D said Figueroa pressure going to be a problem for Max Sayo. It will be a problem. I mean, he a tough fighter, but Figueroa done been in the ring with other fighters like that Seha guy that was able to go the distance with this motherfucker. It ain't like he's stopping everybody that he get in the ring with. And I done already seen Max Sayo in the ring with people that can punch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't see no evidence of Mark Maxayo getting stopped. Now it's the possibility that he might get stopped. Ain't nothing impossible, but I don't see the evidence. And if you bet on fights too, they actually got the fight going the distance as the favorite. I mean, I bet against the shit because I took the minus 150, but that's still the favorite though. You know what I'm saying? So the odds makers thinking like me. Um, hey, how about this? How about you get in the Chan Ross? And let's see how good you are about making these picks. D'Lo said, I got Figueroa winning wide. Yeah, I can see him bringing that pressure. He coming forward, and that can impress the judges and all that kind of stuff. But man, you know it's gonna be hard for me to pick something to pick against a guy that got 220 amateur fights. Hell, I just took Jake Paul motherfucking ass over dude with 12, and you see that 12 made a difference, didn't it? It's gonna be hard for me to do that, man. But Figueroa is definitely the favorite. D'Lo said, "Oh, I was behind a little bit." All right, we'll scroll down. D'Lo say salute to everybody. Charles D said people ain't see Matias stopping Ponce either. I had to throw just wrong round. I had Matias by stoppage. What are you talking about? This man said, did nobody see Matias stopping Ponce? And everybody picks that I turned into Channel Ross, everybody took Matias by stoppage. This man said that we were scared to take a man that got 100% knockout percentage. You do know that Matias has won every one of his fights by knockout, right? And this man just said, did nobody see a man that got 100% knockout percentage winning by knockout? Hey, man, stop and listen to yourself sometime. Before you write that shit, listen to yourself and listen to what you're saying. Channel Ross said, I'm taking my shit. He said, I'm talking my shit in 30-second plays. Yeah, we got to tighten up on something, champ. Charles D said, I am in the Channel Ross. This man in the Channel Ross League ain't making no noise. Hold on, let me see if you must go by a different name or something. I ain't even been looking for you in the Channel Ross. I got to start looking for you. Yeah, you must go by a different name or something, because I ain't been seeing Charles D at the top of the charts. Let me see what you're doing. I'm going to scroll over there in a minute. Charles D said, and I bet too, all right. Charles D said, I picked Fury, okay. Let me calm down. This man over here challenging me and ain't got no credentials. You ain't won nothing. You do know that you talking to a champion, right? You do know that you talking to the person that got second place last season, right? You ain't won nothing before you start talking to a bona fide type motherfucker. Channel Ross over here laughing at the motherfucker. This man said that we scared to take a man by knockout that got 100% knockout percentage. That's what this man saying. Charles D said, I was saying, people, not you, my nigga. I said that everybody that made picks just about on that fight took Matias, the man with 100% knockout percentage, by knockout. Like, brother, if you take a man that win all his fights by knockout, you ain't doing nothing special. That's what I'm trying to tell you. D'Lo said, I had Matias by knockout in 9. I had him knockout in 8. I had him KO 8. Charles D said, no, I use my name. I ain't been seeing you at the top. How many seasons you been in there? This must be your first season or something, because I damn sure ain't been seeing Charles D nowhere. Where was you at last season? Channel Ross, incognito type motherfucker. Charles D said, I never had a full season. Let's come up with them excuses. He said, I'm in now, my nigga. All right, let's see what you're going to do then. We're going to see what you're talking about. It ain't where you start, it's where you finish. And that go for you too, Channel Ross, since you over there talking about what place I'm in right now. I got something for your ass too. Channel Ross said tons of people pick Matias knockout 8 specifically. So everybody thinking like me. We ended up being wrong. What was it, knockout in 6? Or was it knockout in 5? It might seem like it might have been knockout in 5 or something like that. It damn sure was a war long as it lasted, though. Salute to my boy Hyphy in the building. Was going down. I already know you were disappointed in us and shit, because I know you wanted us to call that goddamn Matias fight. But as you can see, my audio, according to the people, it sounds a lot clearer now. So I should be in there. You know what I'm saying? To do what we got to do. Charles D said a couple picked Ponce by stoppage. He said a couple people picked Ponce by stoppage. Okay, so this man, he done went from most people did not pick Matias by stoppage, but now he's saying a couple people pick Ponce. See, like the way you talk like most people pick Ponce. Now you coming back saying just a couple people pick Ponce. Like, come on, man. Where was it? Pagos Bill said the first champ from the gym. Absolutely. And yeah, I know I'm a disappointment, because I should have brought that championship back to the corner last season. I apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? But let's not act like I'm just some kind of regular motherfucker around here. I'm one of the biggest Channel Ross ambassadors in the game. uh, Gil Cole said I picked Matias knockout in 6. Man, I'm glad you barely missed that bonus. Charles D said locked up for most of it. All right, I got you. Of course, I don't know all that. You know what I'm saying? But she appreciate you out. I mean, glad that you out. Eric R in the building. What's up? We got to check your standings in a minute. Salute to you. Say, goddamn, salute Block fam. What's going down? Charles D said, yeah, I'm in it to win it now, my nigga. All right, that's what's up. We gonna see what you're talking about.
Eric R, salute, fam. What's good?
Charles D said it was the 5th round. Yeah, I thought it was about like the 5th round. They stopped it on the stool. Was it the end of the 5th? It must have been the end of the 5th going into the 6th when they stopped it. Eric R, yeah, salute to you. Charles D said the ones I knew put bread on Ponce. Okay, well, that's what the odds were. So I understand if they put money on Ponce, if they took the odds, because they had Matias at minus 400 and they had Ponce at like plus 280, plus 300, somewhere off in there. So I ain't mad at them for taking the odds. And scroll down. Charles D. Yeah, Champ got it popping. Shit grew like crazy. Yeah, that nigga Champ Ross holding it down. Eric Carson, I'm out here looking like a C-level fight on the Champ Ross. Yeah, man, I don't even know we can say C-level, brother. C-level is passing. I mean, I guess we could say a C-level Champ Ross participant. He gets about 70% of his picks right. And we can go up from there. If you're a B level, you get 80%. A level, you get 90%. So it'll probably be hard to be A level. If you B level, you can win the whole thing. I'm gonna say you probably D level, about D level. Scroll down. Charles D said end of the 5th, he quit. All right, yeah, that's what I thought. Hypey said for me, Ponce versus Matias was more anticipated than Javante versus Ryan. Yeah, that's why I said what I said. I know you thought that was gonna be a real good fight. I mean, for me, I don't know. To me, sometimes you probably say shit because you want to dare to be different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see how you think that fight is more anticipated than Davis and Ryan. I mean, the way I look at fights and shit, man, this is like a super fight type thing. We got 2 undefeated youngsters in their prime fighting. That's something that we don't never see. We don't even see fighters at their stage of their career fighting against each other, undefeated, people with deep amateur background. Both of them got 200 over 200 fights. Javante Davis, 206 and 15. Ryan Garcia, 215 and 15. Several time national champion, both of them. They bona fide 3.5, both of them. Like I don't see why you don't think that's some high level shit. Like I said though, I think you just like to dare to be different though. That's all that shit is. You just want to dare to be different. That's why he said for me, Charles D said Franklin versus AJ. They got Franklin at plus 750. I'm tossing bread on that. That's why you ain't making no noise in the channel roll. Don't go over there giving them folks your money like that, man. That motherfucker ain't showed nothing that he about to go out here and go beat one of their golden boy type motherfuckers over there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no advantages. I mean, I could understand some people were saying they felt like he could beat Dillian White. Dillian White ain't got but like 6 amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? Now he going against a motherfucker that by hook or by crook, he won a gold medal in the Olympics. I think that's a different story. I wouldn't go out there betting on that shit if I was you. I would be looking at something like the fight go the distance. You know what I'm saying? With his background, you can trust Franklin to go the distance. Where I'm at in the chat. Eric R said, damn, don't do me like that, bro. Man, we got to keep the book straight, bro. I'm going to do myself like that, too. Look at Joseph Brown in the building. What's up, bro? Salute to you. All rise for the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. What's going down? He holding down that Chan Raw, too. Let me go over here to the charts real quick. Let
Joe
me go
Brown,
see what.
bro. Ivy, salute, bro.
Let me go check the standings real quick, man. What we got going on? So this past week, Gil Coles, he got first place. Held it down like a motherfucker. D-Lo got 4th place. He got 105 points. You know what I'm saying? So that's good shit to D-Lo. I had got 102 points like a motherfucker. I'm off in 8th place. J1 Pro Da Vinci, he beat me for the week, so he got 104 points. He in 7th place. We all at the top of the charts and shit, though. You know what I'm saying? We towards the top. You already know. Joseph Brown, he got 19th place for this week and all that kind of stuff. Who else we got off in there? Eric all way down there, 54th place. MZ Talk Boxing, 56th place. That man cannot. Damn, that motherfucker was making moves. He had cracked the top 40. Now he done went back to the top 60. Now he cracked the top 50, and now he back in the top 60. You know what I'm saying? I keep on getting that shit wrong.
He must be picking them underdogs like your boy. Dems Designs, appreciate you in the super chat, sis. Salute. She said, "What up, fellas?" And chat popping in and out. Appreciate you, sis.
We definitely appreciate that. And thank you for stopping by. 100. Eric Carr, like I said, 54th place. Ernest Collier, that's Warzone. Ghost smelling ass. He off in 54th place. My boy Yasser, Moody Trayweather, he was doing good. He dropped down to 52nd place. Chan Ross in here talking shit to me, and he in 46th place this week. Salute to Chan Ross. Who else? Look, my boy Winston Lee coming up in the world. He came up to 39th place this week. Napoleon Armstrong, he got his ass at 39th place. But he missed the day though. He ain't turned in no picks for Sunday. Marlo, he in 37th place. He tied with Mike Hennigan this week, OG. OG done actually came up though. He in the top 40 for the first time.
Dr.
Salute to OG.
In the building, salute.
What's up to Dr. Soapy? Salute to you. What's going down? We just off here talking shit on the standings right now. My boy Derek Bailey, he got 22nd this week, 95th place. Let's look at the overall and see where everybody at. See what's going down overall. First place, we got a woman on top, Geneva Warren. She might be due for one too, man, because Geneva Warren, she be kicking ass every season. She is in the mix every season. She always start out hot, then she fizzle out towards the end. You know what I'm saying? But she got some good company because she got my boy old Nick Harmer. He right there nipping at her heels and shit, and he is a former champion. But we got my boy Joseph Brown, top 5, dead or alive. Judge O'Brown, 658 points. He is 13 points away from first place, so he got action. They're going to go take down this thing. My man Derek Bailey, he at 6th place, OG. He 17 points away from first place. He tied up with Jesse Aguilar. That's the dude that's been coming off in here a little bit. He a former champion too. They doing some good shit.
Dr. Sophie say, share the video. Appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate that. Square business. My boy D-Lo, he got him a bounce back season right now. Salute to my boy D-Lo. I challenged him. I said, hey, man, I need to see something from you this season. You the voice of reason. I'm getting tired of seeing you down at the bottom. You don't belong down there. A champ don't belong at the bottom. Champions belong at the top. So he in the top half this season. He in 15th place, 627 points. He is 44 points away from first place. So he got action. Cause you know what I'm saying? Hey, you can pick up 40, 50 points in 1 week. That's the nature of this shit. You get first place and everybody else been fucking up, you can pick up 40, 50 points in 1 week like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I see Michael Jersick, he another one of them dudes that's real good. He hanging around. Mark James knows he 14th place. He in the mix. I'm down there at fucking 19th place. I'm 57 points away from first place. I don't like where I'm at because I'm at 19, but I know that I'm also within striking range. I ain't even doing no tripping. I could be at 13th place right now if I did not change my pick last week. So I basically cost myself 20 points because I cost myself 10 points with the pick, and I also would have been tied up with Gil Coles for first place and got 10 bonus points. So I fucked myself out them points. So I'm in 19th place. We got to come back with something. My boy Yasser, he right behind me. He in 21st place, 603. Napoleon, he down at 23rd. He tied up with Gil Cole. Both of them got 602. They beating Toby Bartlett. Toby Bartlett, he got to tighten up. Charles D, 30th place. Off of here telling me what it's supposed to be and what it's going to be and what he think and all this shit. He in 30th place. I'm having a bad season right now, and I'm beating this man. He
Right.
got 500.
Sure. Salute, bro.
He got 585 points. Sean Ross got 576 points. He over there talking noise to me. He got 576 points. Ernest Collier, that's Warzone. He got 575 points. Got a boxing channel. You need to tighten up out there. J1 Pro, 34th place. Taking up for Pecos Bill last time. Moody Trayweather was doing good. He fell off down to 541. What happened? Oh yeah, he had a terrible week last week. That's what happened. Shit, that nigga came in 56th place or something last week. Shit, that'll do it to you. Who else we got? Eric R, 41st place. Top 50, 534 points. He had 534. First place is at 671. So what is he? 137 points away from first? Yeah, I think he's like 137 points away from first. That man a week and a half away from first place. We'll just say a good week. Who else we got off in here? Let me scroll down. Marlo, I know, but Marlo missed a week. I forgot. Marlo did miss a week, so I'm gonna cut Marlo a break. He had 49th place. We cut him a break. He missed a week. Scroll down some more. Winston Lee. We need Mr. Winston Lee to tighten up around here, sir. 477 points. Pecos Bill. That's MZ Toss Boxing. If y'all ever get confused when I say Pecos Bill, he's sitting right here with 435 points in 57th place. Right to tighten up, OG. Got to come back with something, man. Mike Hennigan, OG, he just got in, so we can't say nothing to him because he just got in. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. That's the standings this week on the Chum Road. Those are the standings. Let me see where I'm at off in the chat. I see my boy Haplo just stepped into the building. What's up? That's the historian. If y'all like the bare knuckle boxing and all that kind of stuff, man, y'all go check out Haplo type channel. Where I'm at. Scroll down. Joseph Brown, salute to the corner. I didn't talk to him already, I think. Charles did say, I like the odds, and he ain't coming in to lay down. He going the distance for sure. So if you feel like he going the distance for sure, I would lean towards putting money on that. Like in the fight that he had against Dillian White, I thought that was the bet to make. They had the fight going the distance at plus 300. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, that was good money. Eric R, appreciate that shit from Dimps Design. Said, what's up, fellas in chat, popping in and out. Dilo said, you already know I'm not high on that fight. Had Ryan actually made some different moves when opportunities were there, I would feel different. Social media followers just don't impress. I think that's what he's saying. I understand what you're saying, man, but I got a hard line looking at boxing, man. I got a 3.5 going against a 3.5, both of them in their prime and they undefeated. I mean, if you compare that to the other type of pay-per-views that we've been getting, I think they deserve to be up there. I think it's a super fight. Gil Cole said 60th place, about right for OG. 60th place. It's them designs. Dr. Soapy. J1. Pecos Bill needs to do better. Yeah, he needs to tighten up. Ivy say, please like the stream, everybody. Yeah, we definitely will appreciate everybody hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Pecos Bill says somebody took some of my points. Tell them to give them back. Man, you got to go take them points, OG. We can't just give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? We got respect for you, but you got to go take some points. Dr. Soapy said he shared the video. Appreciate that. Joseph Brown said top 5 dead or alive. That's what it is. Dilo said followers don't make a super fight. It's a solid fight, but no super or mega fight. And the fact that this build is such shows that we haven't been getting the fights. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, that's for sure. But I do see two potentially phenomenal type of fighters though. Like these ain't just some run-of-the-mill fighters. I mean, they got special qualities about themselves. And they bring the knockouts and stuff too, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of excitement around these type of fighters. And you know what? Something that surprised the hell out of me. My dad's birthday was on the 24th, right? My dad got the same birthday as Floyd Mayweather. February the 24th. and Andre Ward birthday on the 23rd. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to my dad on his birthday, and he asked me about that fight. He asked me about Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, and he said that he was excited about the fight and he wanted to order it when it went down. And he was asking me information and shit like when it's going down and all that kind of shit. That shit surprised me because my dad he like boxing, but I wouldn't like he ain't just no person that's gonna be watching it all the time. That's for sure. He really liked boxing back in the day. Like he used to like watching Ray Mercer. His favorite knockout is Ray Mercer versus Tommy Morrison, and he back in that day, you know what I'm saying? So for him to ask me about that fight, to me it said something that I think that the y'all might not be giving these guys a little credit. I mean, that's just one example. That don't mean that means everything because my dad asked about the fight, but I think that's a little bit of a sign that this fight got a little bit of power behind it. Dr. Sophie, salute to you. Dito said, let me stop complaining and appreciate that they made the fight. That's square business. Joseph Brown said, Block fan, take it over in that channel. You know, we got to go represent, man. I'm going to tighten up too, man, and join you up there in that top 10 at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Rod X, the champ in the building. Salute to you. I don't even think I had said Rod X. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back over there and see what Rod X got going on. Charles D said, yeah, if your leads, if your leads, then 100 away, you in striking distance. If you're less than 100 away, you in striking distance. I got you. About 100 away, less than 100. With this many weeks to go, I would say you still got a chance. I mean, it's getting towards the danger zone. You really want to be like 50 or 60 points. I think that's a lot more achievable than 100. You know what I'm saying? Right, there's a chance that I think I'm like 31st. But I'm tired for the lead and knockout picks, though. Shit, he said he making his mark in summer. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, look at those scores. The knockout and the stat tracker.
Okay. Yeah, me and Marlo had gapped a little money down last season with the decisions. I had changed some picks like a dumbass and let him go out there and fetch me. But to his credit, he did go out there and fetch me. So we had to gap the money down last season and shit. Let me see.
Hey, I've been picking underdogs, y'all, to try to catch up too. So I've been, you know what I mean, playing a little danger game.
Okay, the top people with the knockout so far is Derek Bailey, Rod X, the champ, some guy named Yusuf Michelangelo Falvoa, Rob Day, Belinda Lewis Reinhardt, and Joseph Brown, and Gil Cole. They all got four. So they all got action and winning that shit. And Melinda Lewis Reinhardt is leading the league in the decisions. So she in the mix in both of them. She tied for first in the knockouts, and she at the very top with the decisions. So she handling her business. And Marlo, he tied for second in the decisions. He got four. So he got action. I got two decisions, and I might got one knockout. I might not have no knockouts here. I usually struggle with the knockouts though. I can't even lie. I'm way better at picking the decisions than the knockouts. Yeah, I ain't even got no knockout this motherfucking season. It's a goddamn shame. I got to tighten up and give me some KOs, man.
Hey, that's where the points be at. Them KOs and the motherfucking decision. Get them 15 them bonuses.
Yeah, all day. For sure. Uh, Rob is that in the chat? Okay, let me see. Scroll down. J1 Pro say, hey, I came up 7 spots. Shit, down to your business then. Yeah, you beat me last week. Eric R said 2 weeks I'll be back. All right. Ryan that's a chance. How many more weeks left? I think we got 6 more weeks. I think that was week 6 right there. And we got 12 weeks in all. Salute to Haplotype. Hyvee said, where Lady Chan ranked at? I don't even know if she entered this season. Let me see. Lady Chan.
Hey, champ, I gotta go for something. If I can't get the main category, I gotta get one of them things. At least be up there.
Yeah, I don't think she entered this season, Hyphen. I mean, it is somewhat of a commitment to be in it, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to get your picks in every season. I mean, every week.
Hey,
And
La
then
La
once
D
you,
in it still though.
what'd you say?
Hey, La La D in it still.
Nah, she dropped out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And she dropped out. She missed the week. I mean, she missed one pick and dropped out. I forgot what I was saying though. I was saying something. I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Let's get back in the chat. Charles D. Damn, I should have hit the bottom. He said, that's what the plus 750 is for against AJ. Yeah, yeah, you talking about the Charles Martin fight. Appletite said, I've always supported Marlo and Trey. Okay, talking to Hyphy. What Hyphy said, man, you know Hyphy just be fucking with people, man. I wasn't even way down there yet. Let me see where I'm at. Everybody need to tighten up. That's what Rod X say. Chan Ross said we halfway through. That's what I thought. 6 weeks left. Absolutely. Charles DK D'Lo said so. Marlo missed the whole weekend is above MZ in the standings. Good shit, Marlo. MZ so much, not so much. So yeah, he missed the weekend. He still beating MZ. Spirit of Justice, what's up with it, bro? So you picked by stoppage trade. Now I picked him by decision. I had the people bet on them though. They had old boy Makabu or whatever. They had him as the favorite. They had Badu Jack. He opened at plus 130. And then I had everybody bet on it when it got to plus 150, but it was a few people that got plus 170. You know what I'm saying? So we made a little bit of change this week. But I also had everybody bet on fucking Paul Meta too. That was a bad pick. So we lost that one, but we still made enough with Badu Jack that we still made profit for the week. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take it, man. It's better than losing.
Hey, Apex Legend Troll say this is amazing. Trey X audio is like a new pair of Jordans.
Square business, my shit sounding like that. Man, look at God, man. Sean Ross said Benavidez versus Plant week 25 will be up for the top scope. I have one other week to put 25 up for grabs. Also, just looking for a decent week to put it on. Yeah, and also if y'all ain't in the Sean Ross, man, get in the Sean Ross. You know what I'm saying? That shit fun, man. Don't be a coward, man. Don't be scared. I know that y'all scared. I'm gonna put you on blast and all that kind of shit, but be a man and get in the Sean Ross.
Hey, and he put it out a week early so you can go refer to Box Rec or whatever if you ain't familiar with the fighter. I used to, but just a little tip.
Yeah, he released the new picks for the week on Sunday night, so you got all week. And the picks always go in no earlier than Friday. Eric R said, "Yeah, I ain't gonna shit on the fight when two Twitter weights are actually getting in the ring." Yeah, I really like the fight though. You know what I'm saying? I like it for more than just two celebrity fighters getting in the ring. I like it for boxing reasons. I think it's a very possibly entertaining fight. I mean, we got two knockout artists now. People don't be giving Ryan Garcia enough credit for being a knockout artist. It's a knockout artist, man. Rod S. Town said, I'm starting to think BoxRec don't know what the fuck they be talking about. Yeah, you can't go off their rankings and shit, like who got the most stars and all that kind of stuff. It'll help sometime, but you got to know what you're looking for when you go on BoxRec. D'Lo says Shakur versus Valdez, 4.5 versus 3.5. Yeah, see, but the thing is, I would have had a lot more respect for the fight before the Conceição fight. Like the Conceição knocked a lot of shine off of Valdez. You know what I'm saying? Because we all watched the fight. I watched the fight with the people with the guys on Discord with Hyphy and all them guys. Matter of fact, I think I picked Robson Conceição to beat Valdez, and Hyphy ended up picking Valdez by robbery, and he ended up being right to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But that fight right there knocked a lot of shine off of Valdez. So I think it's different. Charles D said, "Yo, champ." Okay, talking to Champ Ross. Get out your business. Pecos Bill said, "Danger is my middle name." Goddamn me, yo, he always say that. I say, "Hey, OG, I got a dangerous bet this week," and he be like, "Shit, danger, my middle name. Shit, drop it out." Haplotype said, "I got to get in next time, champ. I'm just tech retarded, but I want to see how I do next season." Hey, all you got to do is make your picks in our community section, and I'll get your picks over there personally. You ain't got to know shit about technology. because I'm the most retarded motherfucker with technology there is. I promise. Sean Ross said Marlo going for the stack tracking category money. He won last season, and right up there again this season. Great job. Yeah, he holding it down. He won out the lead. Sean Ross said Lady Chan didn't play this season. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Charles D said, I'm third in the decisions. I got to tighten up. All right, shit, he third in the decision. Derek Beatty said Lady Chan has a boxing channel. Absolutely. Sean Ross said Marlo knows the tricks of the trade, different ways to win money for sure. Yeah. Apex Legend Troll, yeah, talking about my audio. Eric Carr said anyone who wants to know, Eric Carr got second in knockouts and first in the decisions. Stay tuned. All right. Joseph Brown said, what y'all think about those fights this weekend? Yeah, I mean, it ain't just no a lot of major fights that just standing out this weekend. I think last weekend was a little bit more action packed, but we do got that Mark Maniscalco fight with Figueroa. We talked about that a little bit. I got to look into a lot of the other fights though. I got to look a little bit deeper because I haven't made my picks or nothing this week yet. And they always drop the new picks for the on the boxing on the betting websites. They always drop their new picks on Tuesday mornings. So I ain't even seen everything that's going on this week besides the Sean Ross picks. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, anybody know anything about that guy that Heard fighting?
Who?
The guy that Heard fighting, Jared Heard.
Yeah, it looked like he might be going against a welcome back fight or something. That's just me just guessing. I don't know nothing about this guy, Armando Resendez. I don't know nothing about him, but if I was to guess, it looked like a welcome back fight for her because I don't know if he been active. I ain't seen him fight in a while. Last time I remember seeing her is when he fought against that guy, Luis Arias. Is that his name? Um, the guy that lost to Von Alexander. I think it's Luis Arias. That's the last time I remember seeing her. Let me see where I'm at. Okay. I see Apex Legend Troll, Eric R, Joseph Brown. Haplotype said Paul wasn't a bad pick. It's a miracle Fury got a decision in that one. I would have picked Paul because they're not trying to have him lose. Yeah, see, that's the reason that I picked him because I wanted to follow the money and shit. But man, hey, I always go with the deeper amateur background. Fury only had 12 fights, but that's more than zero. If I look at my scale, I got one guy that I'll put at like I don't. All right, it's kind of hard. Okay, Tyson Fury in 12, not Tyson, but Tommy Fury in 12 fights. He actually went to the Nationals in England, but he went there as a novice. So it's kind of hard for me to decide how I want to rank that. Like you went to the Nationals, you went to the finals in the Nationals, but you went as a novice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know how to rank that, but still, that's more than Jake Paul. And you could tell he went out there and he was the better fighter than Jake Paul. And plus, this was Jake Paul's first time fighting outside the United States. This was the biggest fight of his career, his first time fighting a fighter, a real boxer. And he decided to fight outside the United States. When I saw him fight, I think I'd have seen him fight better in the past. But since he was abroad, I think that kind of hurt his performance a little bit. I'm not trying to give that as an excuse. I'm just saying that's something that played into the fight, in my opinion. It's just like when Earl Spence, when he fought Kell Brook, I thought I saw Earl Spence look better than that before. Like he went over there and won the fight. He brought the belt back, but I thought he looked better than that. And when Earl Spence, when he went into his next fight, I think that was against Lamont Peterson. A lot of people thought that Lamont Peterson had a chance against Earl. And I said, man, Earl is fighting at home again. He about to go out here and blitzkrieg this dude, man. He about to destroy this man. He ain't way over there in the UK this time. He at home. And look what happened. He went out there and he looked like himself again. What I'm trying to say is it's not all right. It's a reason that we respect the amateur background so much. Because when you like Shakur Stevenson and you've been whooping ass around the world, we can trust you all over the world because you have that experience. So that means something. You know what I'm saying? So not every fighter, when they fight abroad, they have that experience to back them up. That's what I'm trying to say. And I know y'all might say, well, Earl Spence, he struggled abroad. and he had a deep amateur background, but he wasn't really winning. Like he was in the tournaments, he went to the AIBAs and all that shit, but he wasn't winning. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Where I'm at, man. Eric R. I think I read them. Scroll down. Haplotype, I read that. Haplotype said box rec system is badly flawed. Yeah, you got to have your own interpretation of the data. You can't just let them make the decision for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what certain things mean. And that's really what I be saying. I don't want to give up all my secrets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely can go look at them stats and you can get some information that you can use. Joseph Brown said, Trex with a public service announcement, be a man, getting this Chown Ross, goddamn. Yeah, be a man, man. Don't be afraid. Chown Ross, okay, talking to Haplotype. D'Lo said, I picked Conceição as well. Yeah, he was a big underdog in that fight too. They had Valdez at minus 1,800 some places, and I also saw minus 2,000 in that fight. If you took Conceição, I believe, if you took him by decision, it was actually like plus 1,800 if you took him by decision. So yeah, I picked him even though he was a big underdog like that. You know what I'm saying? But hell, he was an Olympic gold medalist, 405 and 15 amateur background. Shit, I'll be a huckleberry. Haplotype said, never rely on box rec for amateur rec. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't even give them a thought. But I will hit that little button that said wiki, because sometimes they do give you some information like on certain tournaments that the fighter might have fought in before. So I will get that from them. But I don't never click on that page and look at the records and shit. That shit ain't accurate at all. Eric R said, not second. I got 2 knockouts. All right, I got you. Got 2 knockouts. Shit, that's more than me. Shit, that's 2 more than me. Joseph Brown said that boy Kalamadov is the one to watch for. I don't know nothing about him, bro. You have to put me on. Charles D said that Hurd was down there heavyweight. He going back down in weight. Okay, he going back down. What weight class this man about to have this fight at? D'Lo said L-Dub spoke on Hurd's opponent on his last live stream. All right. Rod S. Channel said would be classified as a sub-novice. Who would be classified as a sub-novice? Are you talking about Tommy Fury? Nah, we can't classify him as a sub-novice. The sub-novice, that was for Mike Lee. I always said because he was fighting in the Bangla Scouts. He was fighting in a tournament at Notre Dame that was used to raise funds, relief funds for people in Bangladesh. So that's why they call him a sub-novice. Tommy Fury, he don't qualify for being a sub-novice. D'Lo said Earl put something on Lamont's ass. He did. When he came back to the States, he looked like his old self again. He looked strong again. And I was saying, like, I anticipate this guy looking better in his next fight. Back home. D'Lo said, I think I won money on picking the Valdez versus Robson to go the distance. That was the pick to make. Well, I can't say that. Damn, I don't be wanting to say all my shit, man. Yeah, that was a good bet though, for sure. That was definitely a good bet. Charles D said Hurd going to middleweight. Okay, going to middleweight. What he been at? I thought the man was at 154, then he moved up to middleweight. I thought he was already at middleweight. Haplotype said Paul is a sub-novice because he lost to a novice. You know, Paul, you can say Paul was a sub-novice. I had heard one time that the Paul brothers both had one amateur fight. So by that definition, you got to say they was a novice. You know, so you got to have at least 10 fights before you can move up to open class, unless it's special circumstances. Like let's say you like a Mike Tyson, right? So you a Mike Tyson and you knocking the shit out of novices. You down there killing kids. Well, in that situation, they will allow you to move up to open class. You know what I'm saying? But if you just like a normal motherfucker, you got to at least have 10 fights before you can move up to open class. So by them just having one fight, you got to say that they was a novice. And then, yeah, they done went out there and lost the novice. Now, it's kind of hard to say that, though. Just because you lose to a novice, that don't mean that you a sub-novice. You see what I'm saying? Novices lose to other novices all the time. But if you go out there and lose to somebody that don't have no amateur background at all, I gotta say you like a sub novice then. But just losing to other novices in itself, I don't think that make you a novice. Um, Rod X said Jake Paul is a sub novice. He had one amateur fight, they said. But if you fighting other people that don't have no amateur background at all, like in the Bengal Scouts, I think that's when we can start saying you a sub novice. So let's say you go out there and you a YouTuber and you lose to another YouTuber. I think we can say you a sub novice then for sure. Right, there's a chance that the game is to be sold, not told. Absolutely. I can't give away all my secrets, especially for free. Shit, when I was down in Louisiana at the Horseshoe, I was making some good picks for me, Yas, and MZ. We all were making picks, and I was making picks on my own. I wanted to go down there and try out the sports book, and I was down there picking my ass out, having fun. And this one dude was like, "Damn, man, what's your motto?" You know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing that popped into my mind, man. Hey, man, the game is to be sold, not told, baby. I ain't giving away nothing for free. Square business. Charles D said his last fight, he was down there heavyweight hurt. Okay. He a big motherfucker. I ain't too surprised. Hyphy said if Jay could increase his stamina, he'll be a lot better. Yeah, you gotta increase his stamina and shit. You gotta learn the game too, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Leaning all of
My
go ahead,
bad.
bro.
I was gonna say he need more punches in his toolbox besides that overhand right.
Yeah, and plus you got to throw punches. You can't go out there in your biggest fight and throw 24 punches around. It's hard to win a fight when you throw 24 punches around and your opponent throw 40 something punches around. And then there's little shit that he do, like leaning, getting his chin across his feet and shit when he jab. He be trying to get off the line. That's really what he trying to do, but he ended up leaning forward and shit like when he jab and stuff like that. It just be little shit that he do that stand out. They look sub novice. I guess we could say that's some sub novice looking shit. I guess we'll say that y'all right. Ivy said, okay, I read that. Joseph Brown said Trey X. He's skilled southpaw, 24 from Uzbekistan. At 126, had 9 fights in 1 year, only been pro 2 years. He has all the tools to be champion. How old is he? Eric R said Trey X. Was Wilder moved to open class before he went to the Olympics? I don't know, but I know he accomplished a lot in 35 fights though. You know, he was only 30-5 as an amateur and he won the Olympic bronze medal. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they fast tracked him, especially at his age. Uh he was like 19 when he first started. You know what I'm saying? So I can see him going out there knocking out a couple of kids and then they be like, nah, fuck that, man. Let's move this motherfucker up to open class. I could see that happening. I can't speak for sure. I don't know, bro, but I could see that happening though. Apex Legend Troll said, remember the trash rules. Pick off the amateur record. Don't change your pick. Skills over corruption. Yeah, I do pick with the corruption a lot of time though. That was one reason why I just picked Jake Paul because Jake Paul was literally the promoter of this event, and it just felt funny in my spirit. I'm like, damn, I'm really picking against the man that's promoting this shit. Like when you look on BoxRec, right? And you hit that little arrow on the side, and that drop down shit hit, and then you hit the event, and then you look on the top left and you look at promoter. It say Jake Paul. That shit, it felt funny betting against that shit, man. So I went on ahead and rolled with it. But yeah, I ride with corruption sometimes, but sometimes I don't. Like when I picked Dimitri Bivol over Canelo. Sometimes I just don't give a damn. And I just ride with my amateur background and I ride with skills and I just feel real defiant. But sometimes I do ride with the corruption. They'll scare me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get scared. Uh D'Lo said Herb was 160 versus Arias, weighed in at 158. Okay, that's what I thought they was fighting at 160. But he said, I guess he's saying since then he'd have moved up in weight. Joseph Brown said Jake has a lot to learn, and Fury used that the Vladimir jab and grab. Well, yeah, that too. That threw Jake off though. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker that smother you when you get in close and all that kind of stuff. That's exhibiting a level of skill in the ring that Jake ain't had to deal with because this is his first time fighting a real boxer. But if I was Jake, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have put myself in position to be fighting abroad. Like I'm fighting way over here in the Middle East for the biggest fight of my life. My first time fighting a real boxer. I'm fighting way over here. So I gotta, have accommodations and shit for all of that. It ain't like I'm just fighting at home and we just having a training camp and everything is normal. I gotta deal with the media. I gotta go over here and get acclimated to how the conditions are and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what he got going on for food and shit like that. I just wouldn't have put myself in that position. I wouldn't have much rather fight at home.
He had to because Dubai was paying for that shit. That's where the money was at. So that's where they wanted to win at. So that's where he had to put it on at.
I understand that, but I might even have to take a small loss or something if I can stand it. Cause like, what's more important for this train that we got going on? To make a profit on every event that we have, or and possibly take a loss, or do I want to put myself in the best situation possible so I can win and we can continue this train? Because this train could this shit could be over. He could have a rematch with Tommy Fury and shit. What are we talking about? This shit's over with now. You done took a loss. I think I would have just much rather have the wins. Like, just give me the wins and then we'll deal with the money after that. Just let me get the win first, man. That's the way I see it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I get it though, the motherfuckers over there paying for it and shit. Uh Charles D said Fury beat his ass with a jab when he used it. Yeah, he was snapping his head back with a jab. And then Jake Paul, you get all his weight on the front foot. When you get all your weight on the front foot, it's hard to respond to a jab. That was one problem that I used to have with Danny Jacobs all the time. Danny Jacobs used to be very front foot heavy, especially when he was on the outside and at the mid range. That don't even make sense to me. Most people, when they on the outside, they have most of their weight on the back foot. And that's why people say he fighting off the back foot. But Danny Jacobs used to be on the front foot. So you'll see him against somebody like Golovkin. Golovkin will touch him with a stiff jab because that weight on the front foot is hard to defend against the jab. And that's how Jake Paul would be. All that weight on the front foot. And then bam, Tommy Fury pop his head back with the jab. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got exposed to a certain degree. But I also got to say this too, though. It ain't really all gloom and doom because I think Jake Paul did prove that he is a fighter. He might not be a boxer, but he's a fighter. He's a tough guy. He took some pretty hard shots by a guy that's supposed to have a good punch, and he ain't never get dropped or nothing. I could tell he got stunned a few times. He got hurt a few times, but he ain't never go down. I think he showed some kind of heart. He tried to fight back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He even got a knockdown in the last round, touching with a real stiff jab, a power jab. I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I actually left this fight with respect for Jake Paul. It ain't like I was like, oh, look at his bitch ass. He finally got exposed. Ha ha. It was more like, he lost. He got his ass kicked pretty good. But that's part of boxing, though. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they get in that ring, they get their ass kicked at some point. What do you do after you get your ass kicked? Do you not come to the gym no more? Is that our last time seeing you, or do you come back? Are you like Thomas Hearns? They said Thomas Hearns, when he first got in the ring, he got his ass kicked all over the place. But Emmanuel Stewart said he knew he had something because he kept coming back. So we'll see what Jake Paul, what he got, what kind of heart he got. Joseph Brown said he's 24. All right, he's 24 years old from Uzbekistan, 126, 9-0 or something like that. Well, he had 9 fights in 1 year, you said. All right, I'm gonna have to check this guy out. Appreciate the info. Dilo says, seems like those Uzbekistan fighters habitually underachieving as pros by comparison to their amateur billing coming in. Yeah, if you compare them to like the Ukrainian fighters and shit like that, I can see why you say that. But they do have a lot of fighters that do well. But they do have a few of them. I think we just had one that got his ass whooped this weekend by that Rashawn Owens. What was the name of that dude? Kudratio Abdul Kakarov or some shit like that. I think he was from Uzbekistan. He just went out there and got his ass whooped by a journeyman type of dude. Joseph Brown said corruption gets you paid well. It be kind of hard though, man. Like what I've noticed. This is what I've noticed in boxing. If you want to make a corruption pick, it's best to make those picks when it's not something that's nationally televised. The more people that's looking at something, the less corruption there'll be, because that's the more chance that the corruption will be discovered. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too many eyes looking. Like if you read the history books about boxing, you know it was a lot of corruption in boxing with the mob and shit. And they said one thing that got rid of the corruption with the mob was television, because that increased the eyes that were on the fights, and that made the corruption go down. So in boxing, I've noticed, like, if you got some fighters that's fighting on Pro Box or something, there's more likelihood that you will see corruption on something like that, as opposed to people fighting on Showtime or fighting on ESPN or maybe even pay-per-view. So that's probably why what the pick that I made was really a foolish pick. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a pick that was nationally televised that everybody was gonna see, or the people that bought it anyway. So that's less of a chance for corruption, and the right guy won. And also, there was a rematch clause in this fight. So when you think about where is the money, like, because that's what I say, I always follow the money. If there's a rematch clause, the money might actually be in the rematch. You know what I'm saying? So like if Jake Paul, if he lose the first one, then he come back and win the second, the train keeps on running. So maybe that's what they was thinking. That's where the money is. Jake Paul lose his first one, split decision. It was quote unquote close, even though I felt like Tommy Fury kicked his ass pretty good, pretty easily. And then let's come back for the rematch. And ain't no telling what's gonna happen in the rematch. Yeah, Jake Paul might get his hand raised in the rematch. Y'all know how boxing is, man. Charles D said, heard a big dude. I don't know how he makes 54 or 160. Yeah, that's always been one of the mysteries in boxing. How the fuck does Hurd make that weight? Sebastian Fundora too, making 154. Even Charlo, Big Charlo, when he was at 154, how the fuck did he make 154? I know he was young, but fuck, dude looked like a tank when he was at 154. Pecos Bill said, I feel defiant at all times. You feel defiant all the time? Yeah. Apex Legend Charles said, my bad, last rule was Marlo. My bad, last rule was Marlo. Skills pay the bill. Yeah, Marlo definitely thinks skill pay the bill. Dilo said, I'm sure the Jake Paul show will continue, but you can't take too many losses. Hell, his brother had a train too, Logan Paul. His train is derailed. Like he can announce tonight that he got a fight coming up and don't nobody give a damn. Because you ain't winning your fights. You went out there, you fought KSI, and the first one was like a draw or some shit because it was like an exhibition. Then y'all fought for real the next time. Then you went out there and lost. Then you went out there and lost to Mayweather. You got to win too. You can't go out there and take a bunch of losses. Um, Eric Carson actually, Trey X, the loss is the best thing for him now, I think. Because now people see it's a possibility he can lose. It throws bets off a little now. That's the reason, because it throw the bets off. What are you saying? He's saying it's the best thing for him to lose because people now see it's a possibility he can lose. So I guess you're saying that the fights will be more intriguing to people. They know that he can lose a fair and square fight, so maybe that'll make the fights more interesting. But people don't pay to see losers fight, bro. Especially on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You got to win them fights, man. You can't go out there and be getting your ass kicked and then think you're going to continue to get people to buy pay-per-views. Apex Legend Troll said allowing Logan to talk shit and fire fear was bad business. That's what I said earlier. Because Tommy Fury came out pretty good in the first, second round, right? Come out there working out the jab and shit. He threw more punches. He was pushing Jake Paul back, getting him on the ropes a little bit, tying him up when Jake Paul got in close, being real strong, physical with the guy. And then I felt like in the third round, Jake Paul had a decent round. If I'm remembering correctly, I think Jake Paul had a decent round. So in between rounds, they give a damn microphone to Logan Paul. Logan Paul, he kind of fired up because his brother just had an okay round. So he like, man, fuck Tommy Fury and fuck the whole Fury family. And how Tommy Fury answered. He came out there and put a proper milling on that motherfucker, like the English folks say. He put such a milling on that mother. He knocked the piss out that motherfucker. What the Brits say? Knocked the piss out the Yank. That's what he did. He knocked the piss out that Yank. Went out there, did that shit. They gonna learn to respect the Fury family. That's what he said. Y'all gonna respect us in this motherfucker tonight. I promise y'all gonna respect us when this shit all said and done. And he went out there and put hands on Jake Paul. I agree with you 100%. They fucked up when he did that, man. He should have kept his motherfucking mouth closed. Obviously, them Furies ain't taking that disrespect like that, man. Do you see how that man reacted when that dude said fuck his family? Came out putting hands on that boy. D-Lo said, nah, how the hell was Zerto making 168 a few years ago? Yeah, that's a big motherfucker. It do seem like he like an ectomorph, though. What you think? We all know them ectomorphs. It's kind of hard to gauge their weight. That's the same thing that's going on with Fundora. Like I brought his name up earlier, but he an ectomorph, man. We see them ectomorph fighting at small waist, and next thing you know, they way up somewhere else, way up there. Hell, I remember when Pedraza was at like 122, 126. Next thing you know, this motherfucker at 140. He an ectomorph, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's what it is with a lot of these fighters. So what else we got going on? Y'all want to go ahead and shut it down? So we done came here and talked like a good hour. As y'all can see, my audio doing better. You know what I'm saying? Got the new little headset and shit. Salute to my boy Napoleon in the building. What's up, bro?
Napoleon, salute, bro. Rod X said hopefully Floyd will stop having these bullshit exhibitions.
That's square
Real talk.
business. I was thinking that's an interesting thing for him though, because obviously he still want to make money, and this will be the first time in his life that people are not interested in seeing him. That's real retirement. Like we can say he been retired, right? But has he really been retired? He's still been able to make some money, having fights, generating some interest in some fights, training and shit, being in the gym. But he can still get the spotlight if he wanted it. I think true retirement is when you can't get that spotlight no more. Ain't gonna be no more cheering your name no more. That's real retirement. How is he gonna handle that shit? Will he just go away and fade off into oblivion? Or will he try to bust a move to recapture some spotlight? Maybe even fight a real fighter. Yeah, I think that's interesting. Napoleon, salute to you, bro. You forgot to get your picks in on Sunday, man. I didn't even scrutinize your picks to notice that you didn't have your Sunday picks. I thought you made them all. So that's why your score was so low this week. D-Lo said, yeah, Zerdo is one solid ectomorph. Yeah, that's what it looked like to me too, man. So I think that might be one reason why he able to make the weight. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is, Jerry Hurd he ain't really built like an ectomorph to me. That's what make him so interesting. You know, he built more like a mesomorph. He just kind of, got some length. But he don't look like an ectomorph for sure. Napoleon said, I've been bullshitting. Yeah, man, you got to tighten up, bro. I'm going to start reminding your ass, though, so you don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's up? What you want to do? You want to go and shut it down?
Yeah, it's about time for me to get ready to, get ready for work.
All right, man. We'll go ahead and shut it down. Appreciate y'all coming through. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything back on track since I'm able to be clear with the with my audio and shit now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be on the fight call, doing trivia and all that kind of shit. It's just been disheartening when I know that my audio gonna be trash. So appreciate y'all hanging in there, and we're gonna come back with something. I think what we got this weekend. It seems like we got something coming up this weekend. Oh yeah, the Max Sayo fight. We're gonna try to call that fight this weekend. Mark Mascayo versus
Figure
Brandon Figueroa. We're gonna try to call that fight this weekend. And then next weekend, I think we got a good fight then too. What's on the 11th? I think it's like some interesting fights that's in a row.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though. But point is, man, we're gonna try to be on everything. And I'm gonna read this little old thing that Marlo say his piece, then we're gonna be gone. D'Lo said, "Peace, Eric Austin. I'm really surprised that Floyd didn't make a comeback a few years back. I don't see how doing it. I don't see him doing it at all now. But when Manny had a spark versus Thurman, I thought he would then. Hell, he might try to get a fight with Pacquiao or something." Joseph Brown said Floyd going to have to fight somebody dangerous for the public to keep checking for him. J1 Pro say peace. Yeah, salute to everybody, man. We're gonna come back with something soon, and y'all fuck with it.
Y'all already know, man. It's always fun chopping it up with y'all, fam. Just chopping up about boxing, seeing what we got coming, seeing what's on your mind, sharing each other's thoughts. It's always love, man. Um, Shit, we missed our last weekend technical difficulties, but like Trey said, we gonna bounce back. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Until next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. The fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.
Yeah.